Hitting stronger than bullets. No back and forth for all of my bullshit I had. Dick was my future, holding my past far behind. I'm inbound. Father, it's parenthood shit. Humble. I'm digging into this, honestly knowing there's more than what I could see. Can't predict what's my future holding, my past far behind me. I know that life can get grimy, that's why I'll never look back, cause I already know what's behind me. Dear humble Lord, please come find me. Yes, I go hard for my son and my daughter. Never could fail as a father. Been new to the times will be hard, believe me of that I'm not bothered. Humbly in love with it all, just trust when I say that I got him. Speak from the heart, the story we'll see if you come from the bottom. Digging into it, knowing I barely get through it. Takes all you got to be a man, just gotta level the usage. Make sure you don't have too little, and also don't overuse it. It's like my Libra scale, all it took was a balance of movement. As for my kids, I will prove it. There's nothing else I can do but to make sure every single footstep that I take is for you. While putting your best foot forward, I'll show you how to move and how to keep a strong knee that's really buckling through. Let's take them through it, the levels of evolution. How ladies can never prove it and fellas just never do it. But hold it tight while you down and then tiptoe in silent movement. Make sure no one that don't need to know never know how you move. Outside my kids, I will always grow. That's something I'll forever show. Epiphany hitting stronger than bullets you letting go. And regardless, I made it right how I did it. You'll never know. Back and forth for all of my bullshit. I had to make something blow. Just let them know. I'm digging into this, honestly knowing there's more than what I could see. Can't predict what's my future holding, my past far behind me. I know that life can get grimy. That's why I'll never look back, cause I already know what's behind me. Dear humble Lord, please come find me. Yes, I go hard for my son and my daughter. Never could fail as a father. Been new to the times will be hard. Believe me of that, I'm not bothered. Humbly in love with it all. Just trust when I say that I got him. Speak from the heart, the story we'll see if you come from the bottom. You digging into it, then you take a some-hour shift. Bitch, I'm only trying to succeed and do it all for my kids. Pure knowledge inside of their minds. Like, how could you hate on this? That's the same damn reason you ugly fuckers won't quit. You could really eat a dick if you think that I'll ever care. With all this knowledge I harbor, it's no wonder why you scared. You could try to keep me down, but believe me, I'm well aware to think I give up on my children. Get your dumb ass out of here. We taking flight, even if it's just for a night. If there's one thing that I could promise, I promise you'll be alright. Back flipping without the courage, you're breaking your leg tonight. Either that or breaking your hands. Either way, you ain't landing right. Let them know that's just how you learn it. Grab hold of tables and turn it. Make sure you remember the bridge before making an attempt to burn it. No matter how hard you battle, long as you try, then it's working. As long as it's for my kids, I'll forever go out and earn it. Bitch, I'm young. I'm digging into this, honestly knowing there's more than what I could see. Can't predict what's my future holding, my past far behind me. I know that life can get grimy. That's why I'll never look back, cause I already know what's behind me. Dear humble Lord, please come find me. Yes, I go hard for my son and my daughter. Never could fail as a father. Been new to the times will be hard. Believe me of that, I'm not bothered. Humbly in love with it all. Just trust when I say that I got him. Speak from the heart, the story we'll see if you come from the bottom. Parenthood shit. It's heaven bound. Humble.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys had a good weekend. And we back at it again. It's Monday, July 26th. We are exactly 4 days away from the NBA Draft 2021. A lot of news, a lot of speculations are happening. Things are starting to heat up. And as always, we're here to bring that to you. Me and Zenray Sports TV. Everything NBA, all NBA, Nick NBA, and with you, our live callers. So I wanted to welcome you guys to the live stream. We got a good one today, a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, we're 4 days ahead of the NBA Draft, which we're going to have for you guys here, live on Thursday at 7:30. We're going to be going live and discussing the NBA Draft and all the news and all the rumors. And the Knicks are looking to move up in the draft. My partner is going to talk to you about that, other rumors that are happening. It's a lot of crazy and exciting stuff. But let's listen in on Zenray as he's finishing up his little intro. And we got another one for you here today. In 1 second.
Away on Thursday at 8 p.m. We'll be streaming here live at 7:30, getting everything ready for the draft. A lot of different speculation coming on, and Juby will be joining us and we'll be talking about the different possibilities moving up to number 9 and moving up to number 10. We're hearing Eric Bledsoe from New Orleans. We're hearing Buddy Hyde from Sacramento. So let's talk about it. Juby, you on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. How you guys doing today? Welcome to the live stream.
Welcome. You look well. You're wearing some Knicks fatigue there.
Yeah. You know, I gotta let the skin heal. I got a little sunburn. Too much sun going on these days. Orange and blue skies.
We need some vitamin D this time of year. And,
absolutely.
So what you been hearing, Jube?
A lot of stuff, man. Like I was explaining to my viewers when I first got on, we're gonna have the NBA draft coverage on Thursday at 7:30. I'm pretty sure you did the same as well. But there's a lot of stuff heating up. We're only 4 days away from the NBA draft. Knicks are looking to move up. They're interested in a couple of players. Will they stand pat? We got some prospects that we're looking at. You know, I know we and you spoke about it. So if you wanna, please feel free to mention it, and I'll confirm it with you.
Okay, basically, I've been hearing possibilities of 2 players they're throwing out there. They have big contracts. We'll start with New Orleans. They're talking about Eric Bledsoe, getting rid of his contract, moving up to the 10th spot, and picking up Eric Bledsoe. Obviously, Obi will probably be in the deal. Well, I don't think they need Obi because you have Zion there. So I mean, but Obi and I'm hearing Obi's name. I'm hearing Knox, obviously Nicotina, and I'm hearing Valdoza's name as well being thrown out there as a thrown in a package, and throwing probably one on number 1 picks and possibly one of our second rounders to move up to that spot. What do you think about that proposition?
All right, so it's the number 10 and Eric Bledsoe is what you're saying?
Correct.
I think that's not too bad. I don't know why they would be interested in Obi Toppin. That's weird.
Maybe they'll try to flip him something else going on for another deal for them. I don't know. But
yeah.
Obi needs to go to a place where he can get playing time. I don't think that's a suitable place for him. Maybe we don't have to give Obi. I mean, Obi's name has been thrown around a lot. As Knicks fans, we would love to keep Obi. We just need to find more playing time for him because I think he's a rising star. Eric Bledsoe, if you look at his numbers have been declining. At one time, he was close to 40% shooting from threes. He's down to about 34%, and his numbers, I think he was averaging 19, 20 points a game. Now he's down to about, last year, I think he only averaged like 15 points a game. He's 31 years old. He's due to make some money this year and next year. It won't affect us from getting a top cap player next year. But are you willing to bring up Eric Bledsoe that can be another? Who was that person who's been getting dogged in the media for the Knicks last year? Payton. So do you want another Alfred Payton coming here who can't shoot from the outside? I mean, he used to be known as a shooter. Maybe he needs a different scenery where he can, rejuvenate his career. But I don't like the fact that his numbers been declining. And now going down, getting Buddy Hyde, right? His last name, Buddy
Hield from Sacramento.
Buddy Hield from Sacramento. 28 years old. He's due some big money the next 3 years. He's due like 21 this year. I think 22 next year. Or something like that.
And we'll get the 14th pick, right, with him?
That'll be the 9th pick.
Ooh. All right. To me, in my opinion, guys, I think that's a little bit of a move that you kind of try to make. And that's where I would say, okay, Obi Toppin, that deal would work. Why I say that? Yeah, definitely. Because Sacramento doesn't have a really good power forward to go with their point guard right now. So they're starving for some kind of talent. And listen, Buddy Hield will be our shooting guard. We can move RJ Barrett to the 3, and he could become our 3-and-D player. He also plays a little bit of point, I know, for our coach. But that's a move I think you would make because then you have more flexibility. Not only do you get a shooter who is good in shooting percentage and he can be your starting shooting guard, but you can also get the 9th pick and you can get your point guard, or maybe you want to do something else. I heard they're looking at a center for some reason. I don't know if that's the first round, but
Even Mitchell should be in that spot around the 7 and 10 spot. He'll be available. And Duarte's stock has been rising. The Golden State Warriors. Now, if the Golden State Warrior works you out three times,
They want him.
they want him. He has a big body. He's ready to play. His upside is not that big because he's already a good shooter. He drives. The only thing he doesn't use is left hand. I don't understand why he doesn't use his left hand much, but he'll learn that. I'm surprised at this age.
Well, remember, R.J. Barrett is a righty, and he always goes left, and so does Julius Randle. He's a lefty, and they know that he just goes to the left. So that develops when they get experience in the NBA. They can work on that.
He only goes to his right, but
yeah,
he'll learn that as he goes along. But I definitely Chris Duarte is a player from Oregon, man. You have to take a look at that guy. I mean, two players, Trey Murphy the third from Virginia.
I like him.
Oh yeah, I like both of them. I mean, if in any way you can get any of those two players, if you get them both, you hit a home run in this draft. I mean, you definitely hit a home run in this draft. But looking at that trade, you would have to give up Obi. Obi will be perfect. He'll be starting. He'll be playing for that team. Remember, I don't understand why Sacramento would make that move. Remember, this is the same team that drafted the center and not drafted Luka Doncic. So
Yeah.
it tells you, I mean, I even forgot the center's name, the big guy. I don't think he's even the producer. I forgot the guy's name.
He was. I know who you're talking about. He was hurt. He didn't play last season. Listen, Sacramento, Vlade Divac, if I'm not mistaken, was their general manager at that time. So far, the only good move that they've done was draft their point guard. Other than that, that team has been a mess.
Yeah, I think Vlade Divac got terminated. I don't think he's with the organization.
Yeah, he's not with them anymore. Like I said, just their point guard was the only thing they did.
You're not out with the second pick. With the second pick, you don't pick Luka Doncic. I don't understand that. He picked. I'll get that name for you, but it was an awful pick. So that's why I don't understand. Why would you trade a 28-year-old player who can play, can shoot, can handle the ball, can stretch the defense, and you have to get something in return. And I think they're looking to try to cash in on the Knicks, knowing that they have enough cap space to take his contract, number one, and also try to get out to the 19 and 21 pick, which I don't really want to give up. If you want to take one of them, by all means, take it. But I would not give them both 19 and 21.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold on to that 19th pick because although we're into Duarte, and maybe we could draft him a little bit earlier, I still like Trey Man. I know his stock, I don't know if it's gone up or it's gone down, but I still like him. So if you could find a way to get Trey Man, Duarte, or the third in one of those scenarios and pick up a Buddy Held, talk about a B+, it's an A NBA draft grade. I think that, like you said, give up one of those picks, maybe a second rounder and a future. And listen, like I said, Sacramento is starving for talent. So I'm pretty sure if you tell them, listen, Obi Toppin, Kevin Knox, Frank, Frank, as much as I give him such bad credit, he's in the NBA for a reason. They saw something in him. Has he produced it? Maybe flashes. And like my partner said, maybe sometimes a new change of scenery and a new, a culture is what exactly they need. And I think Frank maybe can offer somebody something in another organization as well as Kevin Knox.
Yeah, you mentioned a good point. Let me just say that Sacramento is trying to unload Sari and get low Sari coming in here. What's purpose of having a Knox who has another year? Nicotina, you're probably not going to pay much for him. And then a Luca Valdoza as another option for them. And then you can Obi Topping, who's still on a rookie contract. I think that's suitable for them. And getting rid of that big contract, that is their main goal, to get rid of that high contract. And I think he would make this team better. And if you can pick up a Donovan Mitchell in that pick, and then further on get lucky and get a Trey Mann. No, well, you don't need Trey Mann anymore. It will be Trey Mann or Donovan Mitchell. You're not going to use 2 point guards. But if you could pick up Duarte, or you could pick the guy from Virginia, Murphy, I think that'll be a home run for the Knicks in terms of drafting players. I think those are the guys they worked out. But for Golden State to work out Chris Duarte, it tells you this guy is 6'6", can shoot the ball, can drive, and he has the body. He has the physical body to penetrate to the lane and make things happen.
They got the 7th and the 14th, right? The Golden State 7th and 14th pick.
Right. But I don't think they'll pick him with the 7th. You never know. I think with the 14th pick, he's definitely, if he's there, he's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone. Golden State, I'll be shocked that Golden State picked him in the 7th pick. But I think Golden State's probably dangling that pick, knowing they could probably get Duarte later on. Who knows? But it should be interesting, man. I hope the Knicks or the stars align with the Knicks and they can make some picks that could be suitable for the team.
I hope you're right, man. You know, some way it feels like Golden State always sticks it to the Knicks. So who knows what's going to happen. But back to that Eric Bledsoe move. I don't really like that move. I'll tell you what. Eric Bledsoe, once upon a time, was really good with the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix got rid of him. And if I'm not mistaken, he went to go play with Giannis for a couple of seasons. And that's when they traded Bledsoe for Holiday. This guy who just won a championship with Milwaukee, their point guard. But Bledsoe is a downgrade, in my opinion, of a Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, I feel, is a little bit better driver than Bledsoe, but he's a cheap man's Derrick Rose, and he's not cheap either. And he's a little bit younger. He's 31, but he's not. I just don't like the move. I don't want to invest in Eric Bledsoe whatsoever. I'd rather get a Marcus Smart before I get an Eric Bledsoe. So that's how much that tells you that I'm not really a big fan of him. The guy has no medium range jump shot. He doesn't have a jump shot. He's just like you said. You hit it perfectly. He's an Alfred Payton, just a little bit tad better in driving the ball. But jump shot, he has no jump shot. And that's where we struggled this past playoffs, was the point guards, besides them getting to the rim, well, except for Payton, there was no shooting from the outside. They struggled in shooting. And I think that'll just be a waste of money, man. I don't really want to invest in that. I hope Knicks management doesn't go that route. I really do.
Yeah, I think if you go with the number 9 route, even with Buddy Hyde,
that's a good move.
Yeah, because it's contract this year you absorb it. Next year it still doesn't affect you in terms of getting one of those prime players, one of those marquee players in next year's free agency. But like you mentioned before we got on the show, after the NBA draft, free agency comes. And that should be interesting as well.
August 4th, the NBA free agency begins. You better believe it's going to be a hot topic. It's going to be crazy. I know we discuss a lot of Knicks here, but like I was telling my partner here, Russell Westbrook might be on his way to LA. Carmelo Anthony might be on his way to LA to join his banana boat brother. They've been taking pictures on social media with their children. Listen. Can you imagine? I know that the money has to work, and I know the stars have to align. Can you imagine if LeBron James says, "Hey, Carmelo, come over here and play with me. Westbrook is on his way." Or even if you don't get a Westbrook, you get a Carmelo, and here's an Amatrote. I know he just lost, and I know he had a great time with Devin Booker, but like I said, there's the banana boat friendship there. What if LeBron says, "Yo, Paul, why don't you come over? Take a pay cut this year, and we'll renegotiate the contract next year, blah, blah, blah," just so they can play together.
You know what Paul would reply back to LeBron? "Hey, LeBron, you're making more money than I am. Won't you take a pay cut?"
Yeah, LeBron will give him some of that Space Jam money. He'll give him some of that Space Jam money. He can afford it. But
I think. Look, LeBron is ready to run a championship in LA. I don't think he's going to take less money. He might squeeze and make everybody come together and because Melo is not going to cost you much anyway.
No,
he's a backup player coming off the bench, but that Chris Paul wants his money, and he wants at least a 3-year contract guaranteed. So it's going to be tough to get him there. I can see Melo coming. I can see other players coming there try to squeeze the cap, but just say Chris Paul. Ooh, I don't know about him giving a discount. He's not the discount type of guy, to me at least. LeBron, he would have to make it work for him, like Tom Brady did it, bro. Tom Brady, took a pay cut. And
remember, they did it in Miami. They between LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade, each of them had to take a specific amount on different years so they can play together. And that was LeBron's dream when he entered the NBA, was to play with all his banana boat brother. He got to play with Dwayne Wade, and that's it. Unfortunately, Dwayne Wade great guy is not in the NBA anymore, but to have two out of the three play with you, and LeBron James already said that he wants to play another 4 or 5 years. God bless him. I wish him all the best and the health.
I don't
But
see
if
that happening, but yeah,
if
I hope it does. His conditioning is
if
just tremendous.
if Chris Paul is looking for a 3-year deal and LeBron James can play another 3-4 years and Carmelo maybe another 2, listen, I'm just saying that'll give Brooklyn a run for their money because let's be honest, Milwaukee, there's no way in hell Milwaukee's going back to the NBA Finals. I'm sorry for you Buck fans out there. You got it this year. Congrats.
Yeah, Giannis did a fantastic Middleton and their point guard. They did a fantastic job getting them there. They're gonna need more ammunition, definitely. They know they got everything aligned well for them this year. But you're right. But you never know. Free agency is here. You make some pickups, and then you add maybe a couple of free agents that can come down. Remember, this is a deep draft. Anybody can hit a home run by getting the right player in here that could bring a spark to the team. So you never know. But yeah, it's going to be tough for Milwaukee getting back there. But
And Phoenix.
Don't count
And
Giannis
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix, another team is going to come back strong again. It's not the chance, and I think Chris Paul is going to stay there. I think Booker and them, they're going to come back and they're going to come strong. Remember, they learned on a year under the belt what they went through, so I see them coming like a freight train coming at you. So it should be interesting out in the West, man. But let's talk about in the East, what's going on with the Knicks and how they're going to make their stars align. And I think the Knicks can still continue the progress, moving up. You make that trade, pick moving up to number 9. You give up Obi Toppin, which I hate to say. You give up Knox in that deal, and then if you can try to dangle next year's number 1, the Dallas pick next year, and maybe give him the 32nd pick this year, I think that'll be a great move for the Knicks. You keep your 19, so you have your 9, your 19, and 21. The Knicks can bring up some good players. This draft is deep. This is the year you want to do. This is the year you want to keep your draft picks. And if you can give up that pick next year, and you can give up your 32nd pick, you give up a Obi, a Knox, and a Valdoza maybe if you throw in, or even Nicotina. They take their choice. I think the Knicks can make that move. And the main thing that Sacramento wants is they want to clear cap space, and they want to get young players here who are not making a lot of money and have an exciting team. Listen, with Obi Toppin, I'm telling you, Obi Toppin goes to that team. Expect some great numbers from it. Expect anywhere between 15 to 21 points average from this kid.
Well, they're looking to clear cap space for one reason, man. Next season, we got Zach LaVine, and that's my thing. If you're gonna get a Buddy Held, who's gonna be under contract, which I like him, he's a good shooter, but if you're gonna get him, say goodbye to Zach LaVine next season. We don't need him. We're not gonna be able to. There's no point of getting him because you already got yours like Zach LaVine. So maybe Sacramento is going to say, yo, we got Obi Toppin. Next season, Zach LaVine comes off the book amongst of other players. So you never know. But I know you heard it, and I know we decided that we're going to stay young and we're not going to go superstar crazy. But there's rumors that the Knicks are going to be in talks if Kawhi Leonard, again, I just saw it yesterday, if Kawhi Leonard wants out of LA, the Knicks are willing to make an offer and willing to talk to him. But does he like the chopped cheese that much to leave LA and come to New York City? Because everybody heard that Kawhi Leonard loves chopped cheese. Does he like it that much to come over to New York and play with Tom Thibodeau? And can we afford that? Listen, you got a Kawhi Leonard here with Julius Randle.
Changes the whole So
the whole game plan.
About that. So I've been hearing Beal. So first, the hot topic before was Lillard, right? Now they're talking about Beal, another hot topic. And now they're talking about Kawhi Leonard. I think this is all gas. It's all created stuff to make people click on their article, and the more clickbait. The more money you make. It's all a money making machine. And listen, hey, free enterprise, man. And I believe in that. But let's go to the realistic side. Kawhi Leonard, remember, is coming off an ankle injury. I'll take him in with a broken leg, let him heal for a year. It doesn't matter. But he's not leaving LA. He's not leaving LA unless the Knicks. I can see him next year. He's a unrestricted free agent. You can do that next year. But this year, he has a lot to prove. Remember, ankle injury. He feels really bad about not going further. I think he's going to be a man possessed, and I think he's going to go another year with them and then make a decision. I don't think he's going anywhere. This Bradley Beal comes to New York, these trades now, it's kind of ridiculous. And the Damian Lillard, even more ridiculous. And Kawhi, now they're throwing Kawhi Leonard in the show. Listen, it's fun news. It's good, exciting to talk about it. But we have to kind of, the thing about New Yorkers and Knicks fans, and I love New York. I was born and raised in Chelsea. We're very smart, educated, and we know our sports. And I think a lot of Knicks fans, as well as me, we all get excited in terms when we hear this big name. But realistically, you have to kind of zoom down. The Knicks have a game plan. The Knicks organization, Knicks brass. You got William West. You've got Leon Rose. You've got Scott Perry. You got Tom Thibodeau. The Fantastic Four. And those guys are making moves behind the scenes. So watch out. Draft night coming up Thursday at 8 p.m. What are the Knicks going to do, man? So we expect you guys here on our live feed at 7:30 p.m.
We're going to have it.
Man, there's a lot of interesting stuff that's going to happen. We're going to have Juby the Tubi. We may have a surprise guest as well that we're working on behind the scenes. So let's make this happen, man, Jube. So I feel very confident that we have the Fantastic Four behind us and the Knicks fans to make this work.
I agree with you 100%. I think it's going to be a crazy draft. I mean, I know I get excited every offseason. My brother jokes with me because he always, when the Knicks draft somebody, I'll always tell him, "Oh my God, bro, they got this great guy." And he'll be like, "Who's his name?" And I'll say, Sam Smith." And then he'll just start laughing. He'll be like, just like a Knicks fan, you hype up everybody's name that the Knicks get, and you think they're going to get everybody. But listen, we all know that so the media uses New York as leverage in their trade, like he said. We know there's a lot of clickbait. And we all know we've been there with LeBron James taking his talents to Miami when supposedly he wanted to come here. And everybody always wants to come here. It's a special place. It's the Mecca of basketball. But they end up going across the river because they can't handle the pressure here in New York City. So I'm with it. Let's stick to what we got. Let's stick to reality. I still like the Colin Sexton trade. I know we're trying to move up. But I really, me personally, my main priority is get that Colin Sexton trade. If you can hang on to that 19 and 21 and get that Colin Sexton, let's do that. I don't need a Damian Lillard. I don't need a Bradley Beal this year. I need a Colin Sexton. I need a good shooting core and bring back my man RJ and Julius Randle. And let's make that push one more time to the NBA playoffs where I guarantee we'll win more than one game. I'm not saying championship. I'm not going to speak like all New Yorkers be like, "Oh, the Knicks are going to win it next year." I'm not going to say that. It's a baby step process. We learned from last year. I honestly think you're going to see a beast of Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. And please, Knicks management, bring back my guy Derrick Rose for one more year. Please don't let him leave.
I think Derrick Rose will be back. And I think that Colin Sexton thing, as you mentioned, we're kind of quick to forget. That's still in the works. I think that may come to fruition. It's what they're asking for. I think the Knicks don't want to budge away from the 1921 pick.
Yeah.
And I think they want to use their future picks for that. But I think that 9th pick, I think the Knicks are looking at that. I think the Knicks are targeting players that came in for workouts. Chris Duarte came for workouts. Trey Mann. Trey Murphy the third.
Yeah.
We had some players that came in. Another player, I can't think of his name, that came in that the Knicks are looking at. It looks like the Knicks are doing their homework, man. That's why, I call them the Fantastic Four, because they're all collaborating as a group. And when have you seen this in the past? Where when you had Phil Jackson, there was no collaboration. It was Phil Jackson or the highway. He made his pick. I think he decided at the end. I forgot the other person who was next to Phil Jackson that had his ear. It was a good Scot.
Steve Mills.
No, it was another gentleman that was helping him out. I can't think of his name, but at the end, Phil Jackson made those calls, and even before Phil Jackson, the Knicks were like, the president finally made the final move.
Well, I'm gonna cut. Donnie Walsh did a good job with Knicks organization. Scott. God bless him. Donnie Walsh. I liked him. I didn't want to see him go, and he left, and then we ended up getting Phil Jackson. I think the Knicks should go for a second center. Absolutely. I think the Knicks should go after a center. I appreciate you writing it in the chat. Listen, they got a bunch of second round picks. Me and my partner here, we spoke. There's a lot of people. Jared Allen from Cleveland is a free agent. He's young. He may be asking for a little bit of money. There's an Andre Drummond still out there. I don't know what he's looking for, and I really don't want to look at Andre Drummond too much. But Allen, I would love to bring him to back up Mitchell Robinson for sure, 100%. Because let's not forget, Mitchell Robinson is coming back.
Yeah, ask him who does he prefer on the free agency? Because you mentioned some great names there. I mean,
yeah.
Cameron Thomas has another possibility in the 32nd pick. We can pick some guy, a big guy like that, who can come off the bench as a backup. I mean, there's a couple of possibilities. But right now, I think the Knicks are looking for their point guard.
Yeah.
And a wing player. So in this draft, you can see the Knicks concentrate on that. I think the center part, I think he made a great point. I think the Knicks are looking for a center. And I think that's going to come through free agency. And I think we need a backup to Mitch if Noel doesn't sign. But that's a great point he brought up. But I think in this particular draft, if we can get him later in the 58th pick, we could probably pick up something like that. But I don't think the Knicks are going to make all 4 picks. I think they'll use at least 2 of those picks to move up.
They're gonna package. They're gonna package something for sure. He says Robert Williams III.
Wow. Robert Williams III.
Yeah, gotta look that up. I have really no idea. To be honest, guys. Sometimes us here, we don't know who everybody is. So I appreciate that. I'm definitely going to look up who Robert Williams III is. Is he somebody coming out of college this season, this upcoming NBA draft? Or is he somebody who's a free agent? I really don't know who Robert Williams III is. But hey, we appreciate it. We're going to check it out. But we understand. Knicks need, they struggled. They're going to lose this guy, Noren Noel. He's going to be most likely be gone. Unless he loved New York so much that he's going to take a pay cut, which I don't see that happening because he's due for his money. He was second in blocks last season. The guy's a great player, so we're definitely going to need somebody. He's the Boston second center.
Yeah, he's the.
He just told me.
Yeah, the Riff Man. Yeah, Robert Williams. Yeah.
All right.
He's 23 years old. He's 6'8". He has a 7'6" wingspan. 237 pounds, and he came from Texas A&M. And he was a first-round pick in the 2018 NBA draft.
Oh yeah. That's right. Let's see. Thank you for letting us know. See, listen, if the price is right, he's young enough. Why not? Even though this guy they were talking, Fournier, who was in Boston. He's a free agent. He's from Boston. He's in Boston right now, or he just finished playing with Boston this season. These are players that if the price is right and if they want to come here, why not? We got all these contracts for 1-year deals for a reason. Knicks management did it so they can be able to make another move and better the team moving forward.
Yeah, I mean he actually looks like Mitchell Robinson, man. So. You could pick him up on the cheap, maybe. Give him a nice mid-level exception kind of contract. That's not a bad move, man. Good call. Good notation on that. We never even thought of it.
Thumbs up for you guys, and if you guys like what you're seeing, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to do that as well. We appreciate it from our hearts. But guys, like I said, there's so many domino effects can happen. But not to worry. On Thursday at 7:30 p.m., me and my partner are going to be here live doing the play-by-play of the NBA draft. Unfortunately, we can't display it for you guys or stream it for you guys, but we're going to be having it here in our background, listening and giving you guys up to date on what's going on, any moves that happen. It's going to be a lot of fun as well as NBA free agency.
I agree. So, Juby, I know that we said we're going to talk about something really short today and brief. We're preparing for our Thursday show. We have a lot of great content for you guys. I just want to say I want to thank all the viewers and people who participated today and on the show. Without you educating us and helping us, we can just give you the same kind of feedback because we're all growing together.
Absolutely.
In this family at Zenroy Sports TV and at Juby's family above everything. I think we all could collaborate and make things happen. We had an interesting call about a player, Robert Williams, the Riff Man, they call him. 23 years old, 7'6" wingspan. I mean, if it wasn't for callers like you guys or viewers of getting involved in our show, you can help us out and give us some feedback, because it's always important to get that feedback so we can explore our possibilities. So with that said, Juby, I'm gonna say Zen out. I want to wish everyone and have everyone have the universe enlighten them with peace, love, and remember the gratitude part, and always have that love in your heart. Zen Ray out, and remember, the best is always yet to come. Juby, I'll be seeing you on Thursday. We'll be talking then.
Absolutely.
And it's a pleasure having you on our show, and hope everybody is doing well out there in New York. Remember, New York, stay strong. The Knicks are coming. The Fantastic Four has our back. Go New York, go New York, go. Zen Ray out.
Later, Ray. Orange and blue skies, brother. Talk to you later, man.
Orange and blue. Take care. Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us today. We wanted to come on here and do a little bit of a short show for you guys. Thursday's going to be the big one. We're going to have the NBA draft for you guys. Like I said, play-by-play, coverage, rumors, news, everything. You're going to find it here first. So if you guys could join us, that would be great. Don't forget to hit that reminder. If you are going to subscribe and you want to be a part of that NBA draft show, don't forget to hit that little bell and put on your notifications so you don't miss a thing. And I just wanted to wish you guys a great day. Enjoy this beautiful weather. It's Monday the 26th of July. Hope you guys stay safe. Enjoy your time with your family. And as always, family above everything. This is Juby the Tubi. Peace.
Father, it's parenthood shit. Humble. I'm digging into this, honestly, knowing it's more than what I could see. Can't predict what's my future holding, my past far behind me. I know that life can get grimy, that's why I'll never look back, cause I already know what's behind me. Dear humble Lord, please come find me. Yes, I go hard for my son and my daughter. Never could fail as a father. Been new to the times will be hard, believe me, of that I'm not bothered. Humbly in love with it all. Just trust when I say that I got him. Speak from the heart, the story we'll see if you come from the bottom. Digging into it, knowing I barely get through it. Takes all you got to be a man, just got a level to use it. Make sure you don't have too little, and also don't overuse it. It's like my Libra scale, all it took was a balance of movement. As for my kids, I will prove it. There's nothing else I can do but to make sure every single footstep that I take is for you. While putting your best foot forward, I'll show you how to move and how to keep a strong knee that's really buckling through. Let's take them through with the levels of evolution. How ladies can never prove it and fellas just never do it. But hold it tight while you down and then tiptoe in silent movement. Make sure no one that don't need to know never know how you move. Aside my kids, I will always grow. There's something I'll forever show. Epiphany hitting stronger than bullets you letting go. And regardless, I made it right. How I did it, you'll never know. Back and forth.